Hi, I'm Representative Roger Goodman from the 45th Legislative District in the northeast corner of King County. I'm coming to you from my office here in the Capitol building in Olympia, and we are more than halfway through the legislative session. The House has passed a lot of bills over to the Senate, and the Senate has also passed their bills over to the House, so now we're going to be considering all of those. I wanted to highlight a couple of major pieces of legislation that I was able to get over to the Senate in the last week. The first one is related to drunk driving. I've been working on drunk driving for many, many years. This bill is House Bill 2700. Comprehensive bill. We've found a lot of loopholes in our DUI laws, and so this bill goes through many, many sections of the law to sort of plug those loopholes. I can highlight a couple of them. One, we have these ignition interlock devices. They're basically breathalyzers in the cars. You have to blow your car started if we know that you're a drunk driver. And we prevented hundreds of deaths over the last few years because when there's alcohol and you breathe in, the car doesn't start. So a lot of cars just didn't get on the road and didn't create the mayhem that alcohol is behind. So people have been gaming the system and putting the device on a little bit too late or trying not to be noticed, and we're going to strengthen that so that these ignition interlock devices are in the cars for the entire period when they're supposed to be. The other one is about taking the driver's license away. When you're pulled over for a DUI, the law enforcement officer he'll give you a ticket, and then you have to show up in court. But a long time later, he'll actually give you your driver's license back. And so for 60 days, people who have been pulled over for drunk driving are allowed to drive without any accountability. So we want to make sure that the driver's license is suspended earlier, and they're held accountable and put that ignition interlock device and other controls on known drunk drivers. So I think that device will actually close a very dangerous window and help keep our roads safer. Another major bill that I've introduced that is now over in the Senate relates to vulnerable adults. With our aging population, we have more and more risk of older adults and vulnerable adults being physically abused, which we call criminal mistreatment, and particularly financially abused. We have a lot of financial abuse of people who really are not necessarily of sound mind and are really taken advantage of, unfortunately, by family members very often. So this bill, House Bill 1499, strengthens the punishment for those who mistreat adults, leave them to lie there in bed with compression sores and so forth, terrible situations, and then also financial abuse, creating a new crime of theft from a vulnerable adult with a longer statute of limitations so that we can find out about these crimes having been committed. So that bill is also over in the Senate, and I really hope that we'll be able to protect our older adults with these unfortunate situations happening more and more. So those are just two examples. I have quite a number of other bills being considered in the Senate, but just in general trying to keep us safe in our communities, safe at home, safe in school, safe on the roadways, safe in public places. That's the jurisdiction of my committee, the Public Safety Committee, but continuing to work on those issues for you. So thank you very much for your interest in public affairs and the activities down here during the legislative session. I'll be coming back to you with another update fairly soon on the progress of our legislation, but I need to hear from you in the meanwhile. It's very important that I reflect your priorities and your values, so please send me an email, give me a phone call, and if you can, a personal visit always matters, putting an important issue on my radar screen. So thanks again for the honor of representing you. I'll be back with another update very soon.